Good morning, carnivore and keto people and vegan people. I know there are some vegan people watching this channel. Carnuary. January is the month that people usually make the switch into the new year to try some new type of diet. If you're looking for a new year start with something that's very anti-inflammatory, very anti-cancer, very anti-autoimmune, a carnivorous diet would be a great way to start. There's just as much evidence that animal-based products don't cause any kind of adverse health reactions as there is plant-based evidence saying that plant-based is the best way to be. You'll find one website that says veganism has increased to 600% on the rise, or another one will say people are finding veganism is failing by 60% of what had started before. So my question to you is this: what are you? Are you a meat eater or are you a vegetable-based person? There's nothing wrong with a vegan diet at all. If you can sustain it, you have healthy lab counts, your vitamin counts and stuff are up, if you feel good overall, by all means do what you do. If a vegan-based diet is what you want to do, most people will not be able to sustain that. Most people start this veganuary. It's like the month that most people will try some kind of vegan diet, but it's also the month that most of them will fail. Remember, a lot of your conditions are fed by natural sugar as well as refined sugar. So just because you have the means to consume a vegan-based diet doesn't mean it's necessarily the healthiest thing for you. If you notice a lot of the mainstream vegan people, this should be one of the main indications on whether or not somebody looks healthy. I'm by far from where I want to be. I still want to lose about another 40 pounds, but right now I'm focused more on strength building. And when I tried a vegan-based diet, I didn't have the strength that I have now. There's no way. Look at a lot of the vegan people that are the face of veganism on social media right now. Mick the vegan looks terrible. Happy Healthy Vegan, they look terrible. Carbo Raider looks terrible. Goji Man looks terrible. Joey Carb Strong, he's probably the most normal looking out of the group, but he still is not all that great. When it all comes down to it, and you got Vegan Gains, the crybaby grown man that still wears diapers, throws temper tantrums every time he turns around on the internet or on social media, whatever, same deal. It's kind of one of them things now. Pick your poison. What are you gonna do? You have to be smart about these choices that you pick, and you have to pick something that's sustainable. I've spent less money buying animal products because I've learned to budget shop than I have buying vegetables that last me a couple days and then I can't stand them anymore, and then I want to throw them away. It's just a matter of what you want to do. A carnivorous or a ketogenic diet has healed more people than I've seen any plant-based diet heal people. A well-balanced diet is optimal. Enough carbohydrates, fat, protein in a well-balanced form. Vegetables help clean you out, and the very building blocks to your whole entire body would come from like your amino acid, protein complex, fat sources and stuff from animal products. I was just watching a doctor last night. I forget the guy's name. I'll have to post it on here in the comment section or in the description. And he said exactly that. He was going over the 10 or 15 facts of the things that Goji Man was claiming that was completely wrong. And when you actually look into the medical literature, a plant-based diet is not the optimal way to live. It doesn't show that at all. So It's a matter of being able to decipher the information that you're getting. So my challenge to you is give a carnivore diet a try. If you're a person with an autoimmune condition, if you're a person that wants to lose weight and most diets have failed, give a carnivorous diet a try. You know, what is a carnivore diet? Water, salt, you add some pepper in there if you want to. Some people add some spices, even though that's not the optimal way to do carnivore, but it can be done that way. And you know, pork, beef, fish, chicken, cheese, any type of animal product that is in its least refined form and, you know, most natural type form, that's not highly processed, would be an acceptable food coming from the animal kingdom. And then a ketogenic diet is just a well-balanced fat, protein, and carb ratio from complex sources. So Carnuary is what we're going to call it. Give a carnivorous diet a try. You know, most people find that when they're on a carnivorous diet, it's so simple. You don't have to think about anything. You just eat until you're satiated, and you try to intermittent fast while you're doing it. It's very healing. You know, in the beginning, you'll slow down, you know, going to the bathroom so much in the first few days, and then by like day 3 or 4, you'll start getting a little bit of diarrhea, and that might last for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden it stops. Your body starts digesting the majority of the material that you're actually eating, and your small intestine does almost all the work. So by the time your large intestine has to do anything, there's not much left for it to do, and there's no basically byproduct left. So you'll hear vegans say that, you know, if you're eating a meat-based diet, there's a reason why you're not going to the bathroom as much, as because you're all stopped up. That's a bunch of horse crap. It's not true at all. It's not the case. It's because you're using what you're putting in your mouth. You know, we're at a time right now where you're going to see vegans talk about carnivores being cult-like, and carnivores talking about vegans being cult-like, and you're going to hear guys talk about, like this vegan carburetor guy, talking about how Bart K is our cult leader now, and we're starting to rally around him. That's not true at all. There ain't nobody that's my cult leader at all. This is not a cult. This is just a way to live. If anything is an ideological way to live or a cult-like way, it's veganism. There's nothing that supports it. I mean, you have some plant-based studies that are basically pushed by plant-based people that are not universal on both sides, but you can take anything that comes from the carnivorous or ketogenic side, lab or research-wise, and it can almost be applied to both. I mean, you're never going to find something that says 100% across the board, it's been proven that a plant-based diet is 100% factual the best diet for you to be on. It's not sustainable. You don't get all the nutrients there. It's not well balanced. And honestly, look at the people that have been living it for years, that even the bodybuilders and stuff like that, you know, take TRT or they take some kind of steroid to get that way. There's no way they could get that way just off a whole food plant-based diet. It's not going to happen. It isn't possible for it to happen that way. So it's just a matter of looking at what information's in front of you and calling out the BS and then going from there. So just if any of you are interested in learning more about a carnivorous diet or ketogenic diet, I have a couple Facebook groups, and I have, you know, a bunch of people, and there's new doctors and stuff on my Facebook groups that are more than willing to help and give advice and things like that, and I can push you to the right people. So if you're disinterested in something new at the start of the year, Carnuary is coming up. Join us. I'm going to be doing 30 days of carnivore starting January 1st. If you want to be part of that, let me know. Jump on with me. Thanks, guys. God bless.